My wife goes to an acupuncturist, and right now, her acupuncturist has her do a procedure called a vaginal steam. Clap your hands if you've heard of that before. Okay, that was 5 people, 1 man, oh my God! I've never had a man clap at that question. Normally it's just white women who love Gwyneth Paltrow, the shamanic leader of all white women. Sir, I have to ask, how do you know what a vaginal steam is?
Her brother-in-law builds vaginal steamers.
What? I'm sorry, wait, your brother-in-law builds vagina steamers? That means he has an engineering degree. He could have built bridges that crossed rivers into new civilizations, and he's like, yeah, man, but these coochies is dirty over here. What do you want me to do? He's probably a billionaire, too. You're so embarrassed right now. Honestly, I can't even imagine what you talk about at Thanksgiving. Hey, Bill, brother, if you're gonna carve the turkey, do you mind washing your hands first? Did you put it in the oven or did you steam the turkey? What are we doing here? So my wife came home and she said, Alex, it's exactly what it sounds like. You sit on a chair that has a hole cut out of the center. There's a box of herbs underneath. They light it and it steam cleans your vagina. I was like, okay, how much does that cost? $150. I was like, what, babe? I will hold a tea kettle under your snatch for free. And we can Earl Grey those wrinkles away. You don't need to do Chinese laundry service on your coochie. That's a home remedy. Or I'll just send you to this woman's brother and... I love going to these healers though. Like there's a little bit of placebo effect. You have to believe that it's going to do something for you. I did one last year I've never done before. I had my chakras healed. I don't even know what that means. A woman waved her hands over my body for an hour, and now anytime there's a crescent moon, I can float. I'm laying naked on a table. This woman's waving her hands over me, no touching, but explaining there are 7 chakras from your head all the way down to your toes. And each one releases different energy. Sometimes they become misaligned and you need a healer to shift them back into place. Now, as she's performing this witchery on me, she noticed my skin, and since I was a kid, I have had very bad eczema, and I was flared up that day. She asked me where the eczema came from, and I said, I don't know, I'm the only person in my family that has it. And she said, okay, stay with me. Maybe the reason you have eczema is because in a past life, you died in a fire. I said, maybe. In a past life, I died in a fire? What am I supposed to do with that information? So 400 years ago, I was a Salem witch, and now modern day Alex Hooper has dandruff. Thank you so much, energy healer. I just think it's a cop-out to tell somebody that. Like in a past life, this is why you are the way you are now. Because you could use that for anything that goes wrong with anybody. I have a friend. She was working on a cruise ship and she got COVID on the very first day. And because she was an employee, they confined her to her tiny little crew cabin, no window, for 9 days, unable to leave. Torture. When she got home and told me about this experience, I did not try to comfort her by saying, well, maybe in a past life, you were the captain of a slave ship. You shouldn't have done that. Then you wouldn't have been stuck in a 200-foot box on Carnival for a week and a half. Go watch Roots. You shouldn't have done that. I've had to think a lot about healing this past year, and I'm gonna warn you all, this is where the show takes a little bit of a turn. But I promise everything I'm about to tell you is true. My wife and I got married on April 9th, 2022, on a beautiful beach in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, surrounded by 60 of our friends and family. Our ceremony was magical. I kid you not, whales literally breached the water during our vows. It was amazing. 3 months later, I started getting tested for what we eventually found out was cancer. We were together for 18 years, no issues. We got married, and I immediately got cancer. Now, I'm gonna spend the next few minutes making fun of my cancer because cancer is ubiquitous. It affects all of us. If it doesn't happen to you, it's gonna happen to someone very close to you. And a positive mentality is how you are gonna get through that entire situation. It's gonna benefit not only you, but all the people around you that are going through it. I made fun of my cancer every single step of the way because I'll tell you this, my body had cancer. My soul never did. Chemo, that's medicine. Therapy is having a shared experience, living, laughing, and loving with groups of people all together. So some of you, you're not gonna like these next few minutes, but I promise you, you're gonna need them one day. Now let's get into this shit.
Well, here we are, everyone. Chemotherapy, day 1. I promised myself I would never do intravenous drugs, but they won't let me smoke or snort this one. So, here we are. Drip, drip, drip. On our way to Healthy Town.
I just wanted to let you know that something very serious happened with my cancer, and I've been in the hospital for 21 days. I will be here for at least another 10. I have to relearn all basic functions, including going to the bathroom on my own, brushing my teeth, even walking. I am a fall risk right now, which is extremely offensive if you know who I am. But the fact that you all are out there with me means the world as I heal. So thank you so much. I love you all, and I will see you soon.
It took 3 months of testing to figure out which type of cancer I had. And that was the worst part, not knowing.
But finally, it came down to 2 possible options. I either had stage 4 head and neck cancer, very bad, or stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is bad, but much more curable. And when my oncologist found out it was lymphoma, he presented me this information in a very peculiar way. He walked into the room and went, "Mr. Hooper, this is what we were hoping for." No, we were not hoping for this. I felt like he walked in the room, released doves, and was like, "It's cancer, baby!"